Hi Jyoti, nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. And hi Arpana, thanks for coming and calling me on this platform. First of all, I would like to give my introduction before I start the session. I'm Rima Kohli. I'm a motivational speaker, a soft skills trainer, an NLP coach, and a relationship counselor for the past 15 years. Earlier, I had an institute of my own by the name of Prime Educations for 7 to 8 years, after which I started doing freelancing in schools, colleges, hospitals, and corporate houses. And I'm indeed grateful to Arpana, my adorable friend, for inviting me over on this platform to take this session today. That is Wonder Woman Connect. So I would like to thank you all for taking out time to come here and watch this session, and I hope this is fruitful and helpful for you people. So I would first conduct the session. The session would be for about 30 minutes or so, after which I would love to have your questions which you would want to inquire. Please shoot any questions that you feel related to the topic, and I would be very happy to answer them for you. A wise person once said that a hungry stomach, empty pocket, and broken heart teaches you the best lessons in life. Well, from your past life, if you peep into it, it is so very true. Now, let's understand what our brain is. The brain is the powerhouse for our body. It is the one that conducts our actions, our thoughts, and whatever we learn in the process of our life. Our experiences tell us what to do, how to do, when to do, and why to do. And that is how we explain our actions, whatever we do in life, and justify our actions as well. Whether other think it is wrong or right, we justify ourselves by our experiences that we have experienced in our life. So let me in a layman's language tell you about the brain. Supposing we divide our brain into two compartments, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now the conscious mind contains information which is what we know, what we are aware of, the information that we have received over the years in our life. Most of the times our conscious mind is in our control, but sometimes our conscious mind becomes restless. Our conscious mind is full of negative thoughts and we just don't know how to control it. Now let me share a story with you out here to tell you what havoc our conscious mind can play with us if we do not control it. There was a person who was in jail and who was given death sentence. He was supposed to be hanged till death. And there were a group of scientists who were conducting an experiment, and they needed a subject for it. So they went to the jailer and they said that we require a person for conducting our experiment. Could you give us a subject? The jailer found the theme very interesting, their experiment very interesting. So he kind of offered that, okay, I'm ready to give you a subject, but you need to talk to the subject. You need to take consent from the subject before conducting the experiment. To which the scientists regularly agreed, and they went to the man who was given the death sentence. He was supposed to be hanged till death. So they told him that we'll be blindfolding you, keeping you in a room where there's going to be a snake, and we will be just tying you up to a chair and seeing how the snake reacts to the entire situation. Once the experiment is over, you will be pardoned your death sentence and you can lead a normal life. Now this was a very lucrative offer for the man who was given death sentence, and he readily agreed and signed the consent papers. When the experiment was supposed to be conducted in the room where all the four scientists, the doctor and the jailer as well, Now, the person was blindfolded. He was tied to the chair. His arms were like, kind of tied to both sides of the chair, and his legs were tied as well. Now, after some time, one of these scientists made a hissing sound of a snake, and the other scientist pricked the pin on his hand. To everyone's surprise, after some time, froth started coming out from the man's mouth, and after a little while, that man expired. The doctor checked and confirmed that, he was no more. His body was taken for post-mortem, and once the post-mortem was conducted, it was found that there was venom in his body, and that was the reason and the cause for his death. Now my question is, when there was no snake bite, where did the venom come from? This is where the brain of the man plays the part. Because the man was told that he would be kept in the room with a snake, and the hissing sound he took as the snake being in the room, and then the bite that he got from the snake, he took the prick of the pin as the bite, and he kind of imagined that now he would die because of the venom that has gone into his body. So this is how negative thoughts can play havoc with your life. This is one extreme case that I shared with you, but we need to work on our negative thoughts and keep ourselves positive. This is the basic purpose of telling you this story. Now, the other part of the subconscious mind, if we talk about the other compartment, that is also in two parts. The subconscious mind, one part you can see through your dreams. The other part of your subconscious mind, the information that it stores, probably you will never have to touch upon because your life is moving smoothly. That is the part that you touch upon by professional help, by going to a psychiatrist or a psychologist only when you have problems in life, in day-to-day chores, which you are not able to explain, or because of which your personal life is getting affected majorly. Then you go through hypnosis or hypnotherapy, and the problem that you are facing comes into the forefront, and according to the problem, then the doctor decides what you are supposed to get as line of treatment, whether it is through therapies or whether it is through medication. Now, a very, very known therapy that is taking place nowadays abroad, not so common in India, is the art therapy. The art therapy, as the word suggests, is not only drawing and painting, but it is dance, drama, music, singing, pottery, clay making, sculpture, everything. Now, these art therapies are very effective as far as depression is concerned, as far as anxiety and stress related mental problems are concerned. So I'm sure in India also it will start in a couple of years, once people become more aware and more open to taking these kind of professional helps. As the stress factor and even competition is increasing day by day around us. So we are bound to face these problems, but there are certain problems which we can control before going for professional help. So here I will share a few tips with you which will help you to understand how we can positively control our brain. So our subconscious mind, it has something which is called as homeostatic part, which influences our breathing, our heart, our even body pattern. Now there are our autonomic nervous system that controls hundreds of chemicals in our body, and these chemicals are basically part of billions of cells in our body, which are controlling the physical self of our body to remain in harmony most of the times. But what most of us don't know is not only does it control our physical self, it controls our mental self also. So the subconscious mind is a doorway to our comfort zone. Now, how do we make our mind our ally instead of our enemy? So there are a few tips that I would like to share with you out here. Now, the first tip to keep in mind is to be ready to accept the unchangeable change. Now, for this, it doesn't mean that we are ready to take up all what possibilities we have in front of us. Instead of that, it is that you have the will to basically accept, to see that if there is a possibility. Now, another thing that I would like to share in this regard is to give yourself the permission to be successful. Now, what do I mean by that? If we say that we are going to be happy, if we are losing so much of weight, or we are going to be happy if we get promotion, we going to be happy if we earn certain amount of money, that means we have kept some kind of a limitation that only when we achieve this thing we are going to be happy. Now here you have to change the monologue by saying, I allow my life to be good, I allow myself to be happy, I allow myself to be successful. I don't want any kind of a hindrance in my happiness. That is the thing that you have to keep telling yourself in mind. Another thing is you need to not allow other people's fears to overshadow put any kind of doubt in your mind. Now, I'll give you an example for this. If a person is saying that, okay, I'm going to get married, a person who is happy in marriage would be very elated. But a person who's unhappy in marriage would say that, okay, now in future you are going to face a lot of problems. So enjoy while you are single, because this is going to be the best time of your life. So actually the people tell you or give suggestion according to how their life is going about during that time. It is not according to what they see that you are capable of or you aren't capable of. So this is something that you need to keep in mind when you get suggestions or when you get feedback from people, that they are actually telling from their experiences, their situations, what they are facing in life. Not necessarily they are saying according to what they feel that you are. Surround yourself with people who are giving positive reinforcements and motivations. Unfollow people who are full of negativity. Always have positive reinforcements. Why? Because if you have seen in the past or around you, if there are people who are constantly telling someone, you're worthless, you're good for nothing, you don't know anything, that person after some passage of time starts believing that yes, that I am worthless, I am good for nothing, I can't do anything. So negative reinforcement is as effective as positive reinforcements. That is why it is important for you to keep yourself surrounded with positive thoughts, to keep yourself surrounded with positive things. Now this could be in any way. You can keep posters around you. You can even have a wallpaper of your phone or your laptop. You can even be wearing positive quotes on your t-shirts. So this can be in any form, or even have books which have positive quotes on them. So all these things unconsciously help you keep yourself positive. Now when we speak of success, always speak of success as in present, not as something in future. Now here I don't mean that you talk about things which are unrealistic. That okay, I am driving a convertible, or I am a CEO of a company, which is actually not true. Here I am saying is, instead of keeping some kind of foundation for you that okay, I'll be happy if I'm in a different phase of life, tell yourself I am capable of being happy right here, right now, and there is nothing that is going to hold me back. Now create a vision space for you. What do I mean by creating a vision space for you? This is that you are sure of what you want, and you know how to achieve it. So you know which path to follow to kind of get what you want. Initially, if you feel that your target or your goal or your path is not decided, so then you need to sit, you need to take out time, you need to decide what exactly you want to achieve in life. Because until and unless you're sure, how will you know which path to choose and where to turn in life? You need to know so that you can enact and create it. Identify your resistance. At times, we are wanting to do something, we like to do something, we really enjoy doing that thing, but there are certain conflicting thoughts in us which prevent us from achieving that. It always makes us feel happy if we procrastinate ourselves from it, or we feel that if we achieve it, if we do it, we will become vulnerable. So you need to question yourself why you have that resistance. You need to remove the doubts that are bringing that resistance in you, and then you will be able to do what you like to do, or you will be able to follow the path that you want to follow. Have a master plan for yourself. Now, I don't mean that plan 5 to 10 years in advance. In today's time, in this time of pandemic, you might have realized that we are living by the day. We don't know what's going to happen next day, next month, or whatever. So there's no point planning so much in advance. And the basic fact is you don't know what kind of opportunities are going to come in front of you in life. But what I mean is, have a backup plan, has something in mind that okay, this is what I have thought of, this is what I want to do. Not necessarily what you have thought of ahead in life you are going to land up there, but definitely if you have a plan, you will be in a better off position than what you are right now today. So identify your core values, identify what motivates you, identify what you want to achieve while you're alive, and what is the legacy that you want to leave behind. Start a gratitude journal. Now, what do I mean by starting a gratitude journal? Here, be thankful for what you have rather than having a list of the things that you want. What I mean is, instead of being hungry, be satisfied with the position you are in, because nothing attracts abundance than the feeling of gratitude. There's a saying that if you feel that you have enough, you are open to receive more and more. So always if you haven't started from today, because this is the keynote of being happy, this is the keynote of being positive, this is the keynote to having a positive emotional state. That always be grateful for the things that you have around you. So if you haven't started it, start with a journal, have a book with you which you fill at night, that okay, these are the things that I need to be grateful for. And you will realize there are thousands of things that you have that you need to be grateful for, which we tend to take for granted in life. Now start asking for what you want. You need to jot down, these are the things that I want in life, these are the things that I will get in life, and then I will feel happy, or I'll feel satisfied, or I'll be feeling complete with myself. Now, not necessarily that when you ask for it, you will get it. You might be denied, but at least you've put forth your thoughts. So if there is a consulting project that comes in front of you, ask them the money that you want. If you are wanting a promotion, go to your higher ups and tell them that this is what I am expecting. And if you are wanting to work with certain brands, go forth and approach them. Not necessarily I'm saying that the moment that you go with your thoughts, you will be received positively and you will achieve it. But at least the other people will know what you have in mind, and you yourself will know the flaws that you need to cover up to achieve that. So you will be working towards your goal with dedication and hard work, and ultimately you will achieve it definitely if you are so focused and dedicated. Release your attachment to the how. Now with this I mean, first identify what is it that you want, and then select the target group which will help you how to achieve what you want. So this is where I say that you need to kind of plan things. Now here probably your goal is not to do a job, your goal is to do a business. Probably you started a business and your first attempt you failed, but don't get disappointed and disheartened. Instead of that, work out a scheme where you can look for other options, probably which are going to give you more financial benefits and which are going to be more lucrative for you. So you need to open up to more potentials than you have probably opened up right now. You need to think probably out of the box than the options that you have in hand. Next, surround yourself with allies. These are people who are ambitious. These are people who are supportive. These are people who are creative. So remember, they are the people who will fill you with the thoughts and the positivity to work towards what you want to achieve. Remember, the company that you have really talks a lot about what you are going to do or what you are going to achieve in life. Now here I would like to share an example with you. If you people have seen the Marvel movies, there have been number of Marvel characters that have been there over the years, but two characters in particular that I would like to discuss related to this is Hulk and Thanos. Hulk, aggressive. Thanos, even another aggressive character, but the difference being is the company they keep. Hulk, of course, is aggressive and has a lot of energy, but because he's in the company of superheroes, he is using his aggression or he's using his energy in a positive manner to save humanity, to save the world. On the other hand, Thanos is like a character who's aggressive, but he is surrounded by negative characters and he's always planning and doing things which is harmful and detrimental for the world as well as humanity at large. So this is an example I'm giving just to tell you how the company around us, the people, the thought process of the people around us affects our mental health, affects our emotional well-being, affects the way we act. Now, in your free time, fill yourself with affirmations and motivations. Infuse your life with as much as affirmations and motivations as possible. You may feel that what's the point of hearing similar things again and again, those same motivations and affirmations, but you will realize that slowly those things get embedded in your brain. And you will realize you are following those people, you are following the wisdom of those people, the people who have achieved what you have really thought of to achieve in life. So these are a few points to make your mind your ally instead of your enemy. Another thing like for our physical body, we tend to have a good nutritional diet. We need to exercise well to keep ourselves fit. In the same way, for our mental well-being, for our emotional well-being, we need to do certain amount of meditation. If you haven't started meditation and if you don't know how to meditate, you can just kind of Google. There are so many people who are conducting meditation for beginners. Even Deepak Chopra does online and meditation on Facebook for beginners. Probably you can start with 5 to 10 minutes a day and probably go on increasing till 20 to 30 minutes. Even exercises is very important to keep you calm and stress free. If you don't like floor exercises, probably you can do simpler lighter ones like yoga, or you can do brisk walking, or even dance on music really rigorously. So any form of exercise that you are comfortable with, do that. Another thing, what medication works for one person might not work for another person. Probably for me, to keep me calm and stress free, probably a bottle of water is enough. But for the other person, it might not be effective. For the other person, probably doing rigorous exercise would be effective. So do that. If you feel that okay, by sleeping for a little while, I can put my mind at rest or put my mind towards the positive thoughts, then do that. So each one has to, like, kind of understand one's body, understand what, like, works best for you, and then accordingly work towards it. Here I would like to share an example with you. A college friend of mine, like, she was so busy with her household work. All the time, like, she would be, like, either looking after the needs of her children, or the needs of her husband, or the needs of her aged in-laws. So anytime, like, we would speak to her, she would hardly have time for anything. To the extent that when we had a college reunion and we asked her that, okay, like, why don't you make a program and why don't you come? So she said, no, I won't be able to make it because, like, my mother-in-law is not feeling well. And on another occasion, when she was supposed to go out of town for her cousin's wedding, she, like, again was unable to go because she realized that her plumber had to come. There was, like, a tap leaking, and the AC of one room was not working, so the AC repair people had to come. They had to see that. Now her husband's work was such that he was barely able to give any time to the house. He had a lot of traveling to do, so the entire responsibility of the house, of the people of the house, came upon her. Later on, like, we came to know that she has become ill because probably in the process of dealing with her responsibility, she kind of didn't pay heed to her health. And, in the process, like, she became quite unwell. And for many months, she was, like, not having good health. And ultimately, we came to know that she is no more. So we were very upset and very, disheartened to hear this news. And later on, like, I felt probably I should talk to our husband and find out if there is any way that, we can help. Because since, like, she was the one who used to look after the entire household, if we can in any way help her, so let's do, like, something for the family. So one day I gave a call to the husband to inquire how they are doing and how they are managing. So then while talking, I came to know that the husband has kept two maids, one maid for cooking. She even, like, goes and procures raw material from the market. And the other maid to do the sweeping, cleaning, washing of clothes and looking after, like, the house. There were caretakers kept for the parents to look after their health. And they even, like, now had tuition teachers coming to teach the children. So if, like, you can have people to do things for you, remember, there is nobody who is indispensable in this world. Life goes on even after you. So why not, like, while you're alive, do the things that you want to do, rather than, like, saying that, okay, I will probably do it when I get time, I will do it when I will be free from responsibilities. Do it right now, because when the time comes that you are not in a position to go out or, like, enjoy life, that is the time you will be full of regrets, and that is the time you will be full of questions of but and if I had done this, I would be more happy, but the situation was such. So never let regrets fill your life. Do what you want to do, because ultimately, like, it is one life that you have. So lead it to the fullest, but in certain way you need to lead it that you don't, like, intrude upon somebody else's freedom or intrude upon somebody else's happiness. It should be in such a way that you do it where others are not affected. You are enjoying life, you are doing what you want, and you're letting others do what they want. A wise man had, like, said a very wonderful thing, that gold and silver are buried in the earth. Corals and pearls are buried in the depth of the ocean. In the same way, joy and peace are embedded in our mind and soul. So why do we have to search and look for these things outside? Instead of that, why don't we look and peep within. Now, there are many times that we are like, very upset, we are very restless, we are full of negativity because of things that are happening around. Certain situations, certain circumstances, they are not in our control, and we become very stressful at times, and like, we become very restless at times. So I just want you to, have a little control over your mind, to make your mind like, feel certain things, imagine certain things, like supposing like, imagine that your room is full of beautiful flowers. So when you're very restless, when you're very stressful, just remember your room is surrounded with beautiful flowers, and you just have to take the beautiful fragrance in. So what are you going to do? Take the beautiful fragrance in and blow the candles. So, I mean, these are like, a simple way of putting that: breathe in and breathe out. So, how do you put it for yourself? You put it that, okay, I take the fragrance of beautiful flowers in and I blow the candles out. Do it a couple of times and you will feel that it is like so light and so calming and relaxing you feel. So this is a small exercise that I have shared with you. I would also like to share another tip with you, which is an NLP technique. It is called the WOOP technique. In this, WOOP stands for WOOP. Now, what does W stand for? Whenever you are not sure of how to make a decision, how to go about things, certain confusion is there in your mind. So okay, just take a paper and pencil and just think, what is it that you want? What is your target? What is your goal? What do you want to achieve at that particular time? What is the decision that you want to take? Now the next step is O. What are the options you have? Think about the pros and cons. Is it worth that I take this step, because these are the pros that I'll face, these are the cons that I face. Is it worth it? The losses that I will face, is it worth taking the risk, or should I think of another path to take? Then the next O that you have in WOOP is the obstacles. The obstacles that you're going to face on the way while you are taking that decision, while you are following the path that you have thought you want to follow. And last is P, the plan. The plan that you want to execute to achieve the path that you want. So a WOOP technique is an easy way to handle a decision making when you are confused and when you can't decide which thing to pinpoint and grab, or which decision to make. Now before I end, I would like to share a couple of things with you, few quotes in Hindi you can say that I want to share with you. So one is, जिंदगी ख्वाब भी है हकीकत भी, जिंदगी ज़्यादा है और थोड़ी भी, इसे अच्छे से गुजार लो यही बिद्दत होगी, हंसी खुशी जिंदगी बिता लो तभी कोई शिकायत ना होगी। बदल जाओ वक्त के साथ या फिर वक्त बदलना सीखो, मजबूरियों को मत कोसो, हर हाल में चलना सीखो। जिंदगी में कभी बुरे दिन से सामना हो जाए तो इतना याद जरूर रखना कि दिन बुरा था, जिंदगी नहीं। So with this, I end my session. I hope the tips that I gave to you for making your emotional well-being fruitful, or to maintain a balance between your physical and your emotional self so that you can lead a fulfilled life. I hope these tips are helpful for you. With meditation, with exercise, with the tips that I gave you, another thing that I would like to share is there are certain diets also which you can follow which keep you positive. Now magnesium rich diet, omega rich diet, and like spinach, like green leafy vegetables, fruits, walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds. All these are like very good, and avoid sugar as much as possible, because sugar is not good for physical health. It's not even good for your emotional health. So keep check on your vitamin D, because since nowadays, because of pandemic, we are barely moving out, we are bound to have a low vitamin D. So keep a check on that. And once actors have like low vitamin D, this is the reason why we tend to get angry also very easily. This is the reason why we move towards negative thoughts also very easily. So just keep a check on all these things, and I'm sure things will work out well for you. If there are any questions that you people have in mind which you want to ask, please feel free to ask. I'll be very happy to give you suggestions or answer to your queries. And there are certain videos which I have made earlier of sessions, and even my radio interviews. I will share my link with you in the comment box after the session. So if you want to go through a couple of my sessions on various topics, you can do that as well. So I would love to hear any questions. If you have any, to kindly shoot, and I would be very, very happy to share the answers with you. So any questions that anybody has? I would really be happy. Sure, Arpana, I would share the link, and I would love to share on various topics, and if it can be of any help to any of you, it'll really give me a lot of happiness. And I would like to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for being here today, for patiently listening to me, and I hope this session was fruitful for you. And even if later on you feel you want any question that is to be answered, please feel free to leave the question in the comment box. Probably I can see later an answer to that. And thanks, Arpana, once again, Wonder Woman Connect, for inviting me over on this platform to share my thoughts and my knowledge with you all. And I hope it was helpful. And in future also, if there is any topic that you people are wanting me to take a session on, I would love to come over. So thank you all once again, and stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Bye bye.